Howdy toddy everybody, this is Tommy with Colonel Reb Scale Models coming at you with an update on the Pearl Harbor group build hosted by Al Wood and Charlie Mack. So I'm showing the two, what I call the Defenders, the Defender plane, which is the Warhawk, and the Zero, which obviously was involved in the attack on Pearl Harbor. I'm going to have these two, I'm going to have like the Warhawk coming after the Zero in like a stand when I'm done. So I have these two together. These are both close to being finished. This one just has to have, I'm finished up the cockpit, mounting it, and I'm deciding whether or not I'm going to have it just in the static propeller or try something similar to what Chris Cortell did with his, which is try to make a blur. If I do, I'll make a blur for both because one is going to be coming after the other. If not, then I'll just have them with their propellers, which they're both done. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. This one is painted olive drab, which is what the color call out on the box art says. But using the Tamiya XF62 olive drab, it's a lot more brown. It looks dark here, but it's not as dark as what you see. It's still got a lot of green to it, but it's dark green. I should have went with the olive drab, not olive drab, the olive green, which is XF58, which has more green. But, you know, at that point I said I'm just going to go with what it is. So I'm good with that. And then underneath it's just the XF66 light gray, all sprayed through the airbrush, and with the cockpit being the Tamiya like cockpit green, kind of like the zinc chromate. Or chromium or whatever it's called, the zinc green color that you get with testers. The Zero was a little bit of a different story. So I used the IJN gray, the XF12, but it actually has, and I don't know if I'll be able to show you on camera, but it actually has like a greenish tint. So once I sprayed it, it was too greenish looking. So what I did, you know, I sent some pictures out to like Dan and Rambler Tom, and we were like, it just doesn't look good. So what I did, I took this XF19, the sky gray, and about like 4:1 ratio with just flat XF2 white, flat white. I mixed a custom color in a jar and sprayed both this and the Val that I'm building off to the side also. I put it away for a little bit because I had some decal issues. So put that custom color together, sprayed it, and now it looks more like what I wanted it to look like, that kind of like that light ghosty looking gray. I hand painted the canopy on both. So this is actually using just the regular XF gray, so it's probably going to be a little bit darker, but I'm fine with that. The nose is done, the black, and everything is done on this one. These have both been flat coated and sealed, so they're ready for, like, you know, some powders and some dirtying up a little bit, some chipping or whatever. Again, with this Zero, I used the same decal sheet that Rambler Tom had ordered. So then I got my version, and I'm using the one that came from the battleship, the carrier, and the Shui, whatever it is, starts with a Z. It's late, so I'm kind of sleepy from a long day. So that's the carrier that I used. So it came, the set comes with the decals are really, really good. I liked them. Tom was right. They're really thin and they lay down really well. With just tap water or just room temperature water, they come off real easy. There's a lot of decals on this sheet. You can see a lot of the ones that you can put on it. I didn't use all those that go all around the plane. I used most of the ones that kind of matched the kit decals that came with this version. But you see that it has two white bars or stripes. Those came with the decals, but this one on the tail fin did not. I didn't realize that until I was about to put it on, and then I'm like, where's it at? Tom's version does have the tail decals. You see them there, those two blue stripes, and these are the stripes that are on the side. This one didn't, so I had to stop what I was doing. I taped it off. Well, I brush painted it first. It looked like crap. So then I taped it, and then I sprayed it again, just mixed a little bit of custom and a little bit of flat white, and sprayed it, and I think it turned out better. Got the decals done, everything is sealed. I did have a little snafu with this one. This is it's supposed to be a complete triangle, a rectangle, I mean. but somehow, I don't know if I grabbed it or something, it pulled it off. So what I did to match, I just cut the other side to match, so it looks kind of the same. The actual decals that come with this plane has those red ones, but it actually it's just 3 sides. It doesn't have it in a complete rectangle. Both kits go together really well. I do like these, well, I don't know how new, but the Airfix 72nd scale, they're really good. There's minimal, I think, minimal gaps with the wing roots and along the fuselage when you put them together. They fit really well together, I thought. Even the rear stabilizers here, they almost fit just in like a snap kit. I mean, they almost was enough to wedge in there without any glue. But obviously you put a little bit on there to seal it in. But they went on, everything went on well. These decals are really, really good. They only have 2 meatballs on the bottom. The decals don't go all the way under for whatever the reason. That's the way I guess they did their planes. I don't know. These decals were, I thought, a little bit big for that space because they do kind of lay down onto the wing root. So I thought that was kind of a little bit odd, but I guess, you know, because you can see it here, it doesn't look like that. But it is what it is. So I think it turned out really good. I've already went through and I started, you know, went through and touch up, painted what needed to be touched up. This one needs to be done. I've got to put the touch up where the guns are and some the pitted tubes and things like that. So these are getting pretty close to being finished. Try to get those finished. And then the valve, like I said, I ran into some decal issues with that one because it's an old Fujimi kit. The decal started messing up. They didn't do well with the micro saw, so I may go back and try, and it was just with the meatballs. I may go back and try to just maybe cut circles and use the Tamiya tape and just like a template and mask it off and just spray airbrush those on there. But I thought the paint, on the paint came out really good as well, and the black nose and things like that. But these are what we have for the Pearl Harbor group build. Again, hopefully the next video will be the final reveal on a kind of like one of those wooden bases from Hobby Lobby where one is chasing the other. That's my plan, so we'll see how that goes. So again, thanks to Al Wood's idea and Charlie Mack for putting this group build together and carrying it through. And hopefully the next video you see will be a final reveal on these two. I have another final reveal on a working in the background plane that I just finished up, so that should be coming also soon. Hope everybody's staying safe, trying to get back to some normalcy. And as always, hotty toddy and God bless.